So I did this run a little bit ago actually, and I didn't have my audio on because, you know, sometimes it goes like that. But I ended up getting a better time here, so it doesn't really matter, you know, I kind of improved the record anyway, and I knew I would go back over it. Now, this one was really tricky, though, because the gate missions are just genuinely tricky. There's nowhere anybody really talked about it, but essentially, the weird part is timing the ladders. And what I mean by that is, you want the ladders to be there so you can get over the gate. It's way quicker than trying to get them to smash through the gate. You want them to put down the ladder. Now, if you sit there and wait for the ladder, you guys are going to take forever. But if you know, you are away from the render distance of the castle gate, then the ladder will spawn in, and it'll spawn in much faster than if you did anything else to try to get around that gate. And so it took me a while to actually kind of learn that, and then also learn how long it took for the ladder to spawn in. Obviously, you're out of render distance. You don't know when the ladder is going to spawn in or not. So I eventually found out it was about a minute. You wait about a minute from when the engineers were attacking the gate for when you go back to the gate and you can get the ladder. Maybe it's a little bit shorter if you want to be risky, but I found that a minute was pretty safe. And that's what I did, and it was consistently accurate to where there was a ladder spawning in there every time. This mission's a little weird in the other sense of it too. I just immediately go to that south gate, I immediately activate the special. This is one of the scenarios where you have to get multiple specials. Similar to Conquest of Wu, that was another mission where I could only pull off that time with 2 specials. I really found that hitting the people that carry the flag tend to drop the most amount of specials when you're wandering around the map. So it actually took me a while to eventually get, because you have to you're playing with multiple variables obviously. You gotta not only get the special, but you gotta execute everything properly on top of that. So I eventually got a nice special there, came in clutch. I took out everybody to get out of Lu Bu's way. You want to make sure they're out of Lu Bu's way. I don't know if it's actually better for timing or not, but I found that if Lu Bu's at the south gate, it tends to be a little bit better. And I also found that the south gate is quicker, so that's why I was using the south gate in this run. I go and I wait my minute from when the engineers are attacking. I go and I run up to the gate, I get the ladder. I take a pretty fast route. I don't know if there's a faster route of going behind and then kind of around. In a way you can go around. That's what I actually did on other scenarios to avoid the floodwater. And yeah, I pretty much just go in, whack the gate, and then get South Ren and call it a day. So yeah, there's nothing much else to it.
You are alone. Was it my beauty that drew you?
Yeah! Face me if you dare! For the sake of my lord Cao Cao, you shall not pass! My lord, prepare for the steps! More enemies are approaching!
I cannot approve of riding off alone. Let me show you why. You have beaten me. And I leave the fate of this land with you.
Enemy officer defeated! We have beaten Cao Ren! Now, on to Fang Castle! Let's go, Diao Chan. Next, we face Cao Cao. The path of the warrior only goes forward!